Michelle here, the founder and CEO of Ihelpmoms.com. It has been such an exciting week as we are 9 days in to having launched our brand new on-demand, by-the-minute parenting support platform. And I have a special place in my heart for coaches like our potty nurse that have been with us since before, and now they're coaching live on our platform. So thank you so much for being on with me today.
Oh, you're welcome, Michelle. It's actually my pleasure.
I know as a mom of three, potty training like breastfeeding.
Mom of five.
You're a mom of five. I'm a mom of three. Yes, I love it. So in my own experience, what I found is like breastfeeding I thought would be super easy. Potty training I thought would come naturally. They did not. Definitely not for my first kid. Maybe for my third, it was a little bit easier. Thanks to coaches like El Potty Nurse. I had great tips and training by then. But let's face it, potty training can elicit a lot of competition among moms. It can elicit a lot of anxiety if our kid needs to be potty trained to get into preschool. So I want to ask you, over all the families that you've helped, what is your philosophy for potty training?
I think, I wish I could grab, parents early on, because there's this notion, especially in America, that things have to be done quick. They have to be done in a hurry, right away, just because we have that type of speed. We're working, we're moms, we have a career, our side business, yada, yada, right? And all the other activities that the children have. So we, in America, for some reason, they have been selling this, 24 3-day potty training strategy, which, creates this unrealistic expectation for parents that it can be done, right? And the reality is that it's a very small percentage of children that actually, can even get started in 3 days, because it's a process that needs to be learned over time, because it's a social milestone. It's not like, crawling, walking, talking. It's more a social, milestone that needs to be reached. So this is something that if we take our time, gradually and start implementing education over time, it can be done, seamlessly, And unfortunately, I have clients that reach out to me with a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, you know what I mean? And to be quite frank, those children are very challenging, you know what I mean? It's very challenging for the parents, for the mom, because now it's 6 years that they've been conditioned to be in diapers, So I wish the gradual conditioning could be more the normal, and I think, that's part of the reason why I teach, because I really want to get that out there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, totally.
Oh, man, I love that. I can definitely say whether it's swim training, and I do believe it's very important. We are down in Florida. Yes, I know it's very important, but I pushed that lever hard on my daughter. Completely backfired on me. You think I would have learned when it came to potty training? Again, I pushed that level hard. Completely backfired on me. By the third kid, I was like, whoa. Let's slow it down. Let's enjoy the journey. Let's get some great coaching tips from people exactly like you. It was so fun and easy and not stressful at all. So I totally agree with you. Gradual, early, great philosophy.
Yeah.
I love our coaches. It's amazing. Now, not only are you a mom of 5, a coach, a nurse, and you're an entrepreneur, which I just find amazing and inspiring. I want you to tell me a little bit about the product you created, why you created it, and what motivates you to just keep helping parents make potty training easier.
Yeah, totally. So, I got into this niche because, I pretty much found it natural to do with my children, just because culturally, it's what we do in our country. You know what I mean? I'm from Puerto Rico, and I was raised there for half of my life and around many kids, many children. And we were kind of teaching each other, right? So it was always custom for the bigger child to kind of man the smaller children. So, when I started training my older ones, who are adults now, it was kind of they started walking, and you just bought a pot and kept them naked and cleaned up accidents and teach them, and kind of gradually over time. And by the time they were 2, they were self-sufficient and independent. It wasn't so much that I had to, crash train them. So anyway, when I became a nurse, I'm around, as you can imagine, a lot of women, right? I'm around a lot of clients. So whenever they had babies, I kind of started, giving them tips. And maybe like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something like that, you know, some of the nurses were like, Anna, you should start writing. You're always helping us out. Like, you should write about this, you know? And I was like, at first I was like, you know what I mean? But then slowly, because I love to write, I started writing. I put in a PowerPoint. I gave it to them. And then it just kind of developed. You know, I put on my Instagram page, my Facebook page. I got my website. But it's all a learning process, Michelle. It's been quite a journey, and I've got like 10 years more to like kind of like be where I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, slowly just teaching my friends and family, and it just kind of like developed over time.
That is amazing. Now, one of the things I'm most excited about on our platform is exactly like entrepreneurs like you. We created a marketplace to feature the products that you invent. So tell me a little bit about your potty. Is it an at-home potty, on the go? Is it a hybrid?
Yes, it's an on the go, and it's a hybrid in terms of you could use it as a seat reducer. So, you know, I started seeing that, you know, I wanted to invent something that would be easy for moms. You know, one of the things that they find difficult is leaving the house. Yeah. And for my clients, I always encourage them to leave the house, you know, because parenting is stressful enough. And imagine, and when you're stuck in the house with a child who's potty training, it can really be like a nightmare, right? So, especially during active training, right? When you're really getting into the nitty gritty of things. So, the potty that I designed had like, it, you know, it slides into a seat reducer so kids don't feel afraid to sit on the toilet. And it also has pockets, which is the only one like that. There's no other potty out there with pockets. So I kind of put in that feature. So you can put in the, you know, plastic bags, you can put in the wipes, you know, the traveler wipes, even like a little book, a little toy for the child to sit down, whatever it is. So I think it's pretty neat. You know, it just launched, so I'm just like slowly, you know, getting it out there. You know, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh my gosh, well, yeah, we're honored to showcase it. What I mean, at Ihelpmoms, we're all about reducing your stress and increasing your parenting success. That is an incredible product. I mean, I love it. It's so great. So check it out on our marketplace, you guys. I'm so excited to support that. And, you know, we were having some discussion before the show, and I have loved you for a long time. Your philosophy, the way you approach just nurturing, and your compassion is just off the charts. And one of the topics I thought we'd bring to the forefront here is this mantra of like doing it by ourselves, right? Like, we're a successful mom, we're a successful parent. If we don't need help, if we don't need to ask anyone,
it's pretty toxic. It's pretty toxic to ourselves, actually. It's toxic. Like it's my favorite advice to give my patients when I'm in the hospital, you know, especially those first time moms. They're out there and they always ask me, you know, because I'm with them all day. We develop a relationship so they get to know me. And they always ask me, like, what is your advice now that it's 3 of us, you know, or now that it's 4 of us? And my advice is always take the help, because we feel here, like I said, we feel here in America is like the best place on earth, you know, to me, but there's things that we really need to work on, right? And one of them is parenting. You know, we're not meant to do this on our own. We didn't do that for as long as history, you know, hundreds of years. This is, you know, and I feel like personally, that's why, you know, anxiety is on the rise, maternal anxiety, maternal depression, and divorce, you know, if we don't find time for that unit, you know, being together with our spouse is so important, and having that intimacy in that unit. And if you don't have that help with family, it really puts that stress on the marriage, on the whole, and on the unit itself, you know. And I have so many parents who get, you know, fixated, and that's why it becomes toxic on those little things. Like, you know, I always give my child oatmeal. Like, why are you giving them cereal? Well, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, you got to walk to the corner store. You know what I mean? You got to have, you know, some time off with your husband. You know, like, oh, don't carry my baby this way, carry it this way. Like, all those little things, because we get so fixated on that perfection and doing everything the way we want it. So I tell my clients, I'm like, and my patients, I'm like, just remember that nobody is ever going to do it like you. Nobody, right? As long as your child is loved and taken care of and safe, then you just need to drop everything and, you know, alleviate yourself from that stress. So when that friend comes over and says, can I help you? Say yes. You know what I mean? Say yes. Say, hold my baby so I could go to the corner store, take a shower, sleep. You know, please do my dishes. Say yes. So that's what, I always tell my patients. For sure.
Oh man, that is like golden advice. And you and I
Yeah.
both know that first baby comes, you're nervous to have someone hold them. Like I can be
Right.
very honest and authentic,
Sure.
but say yes, because
Say
5
yes.
kids for you later, 3 kids for me. I say yes all the time.
Oh my God. I don't even, my mother-in-law stays with my 5-year-old, and I have no idea. Like the whole shift I'm working, I don't call her. And it's not because I'm a bad mom, it's just because I trust her.
Yeah.
And he's a veteran. This is my 5th kid. He loves his grandmother. Like, there's no need for me to call and see how he's doing, because I know he's doing great with his grandma. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, I love that. So say yes, you guys. I know
yes.
another really
Say
great
yes.
piece of advice I got from one of my family members. She said, women and family holds a very loving bond when you show your vulnerability that you cannot do it all. And I have built some of my strongest friendship bonds, my strongest coaching bonds, my strongest just life bonds with women who are more veteran than I am by saying, I don't know everything. I'm going to be vulnerable, and I'm going to listen with love and take in what you have to show me and ask for help, because it bonds us, right?
Yes, 100%. Just ask, just say yes. Because this is the other thing about it, Michelle, that on the other end, like if I'm, for example, you're my friend and you had a baby, and I go excited to your house and I'm like, how can I help you? And you continuously tell me no, I'm going to retreat as that person who wants to help, because I'm like, oh, or if I try to help you and you're like, correcting everything I do, and I'm really keeping your child safe and everything is okay, then I'm kind of not going to want to help, so that's the other spin to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That then the people kind of like retreat, then that village leaves, right? Because you're not accepting it, so they feel kind of rejected, and then they don't want to help. You know what I mean? So it's that vicious cycle, and then you're all by yourself. So 100% say yes. You'll be so much happier. You have no idea, as a first-time mother, like that trip to the corner store or to to buy some groceries, what it will do to your brain. Like not to just be fixated on baby and be mommy, mommy, mommy. That's amazing. And those first 6 months of you bonding, nobody's gonna ever give it to you back. But you need some release. As parents, you need that break and that help, for sure.
Oh, I love it. Well, and you know what? That's why Ihelpmoms is created, though, because sometimes not all moms are comfortable asking for that help with a live person or don't want to give that baby up. That's where our virtual coaches, exactly like El Potty Nurse, are for. You can call on the website, ihelpmoms.com. It's virtual. It's by the minute support. Most of our coaches charge like $1 a minute to $1.50 a minute. Guys, this is affordable help. You do not have to suffer alone. We've created the solution to get the help you need so you can be healthy and happy, which is what we're all about here. So
I'm so excited about that.
Your wisdom. You're amazing. I cannot wait to support your potty. Everything you're doing.
It's exciting.
So thank you, Coach. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.